smell? It smells like my grandma. Kid, you don't know what you're missing. Liniments are the bomb. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Noelle, and today we are going to talk about the Rhea Generics Superscent Oil. I was sent a whole package of these Superscent oils maybe a month, 2 months ago, and obviously I can't work my way through all of them. It actually felt like an entire year's supplies, so I farmed them out to my friends after I tried the product and determined that it was a really good product. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, the Rhea Generics Superscent Oil is a liniment, and I'm going to read its Philippine FDA info sheet for you so you know what exactly this thing is. Alright, so the generic is, it's methyl salicylate and camphor and menthol and eucalyptol. Any long distance runner will be very familiar with liniments and how they kind of help you deal with the pain and discomfort of running long distance. I was running 10 kilometers and a few other people were running 21K. They all said, I was looking for the liniment sprays at the aid stations because I was in so much pain. And back when I was running such short distances, I didn't understand what the liniments were for. I always thought that these things with camphor in them were for old people. And then when I started doing the longer distance races and eventually moved into triathlons, I realized how much more comfortable my post-training sessions were when I used some of these products. I haven't used them for quite a while because I haven't been doing long distance, but it turns out that even when you're training for short distances, you can be in a bit of discomfort and pain at the end of them. So a liniment does well to kind of soothe those aches and pains away. According to Rhea's website, the Superscent oil is effective for the relief of sprains, cramps, stiff neck rheumatism, and other muscular pains. And then they say specifically that their methyl salicylate is imported from France, which ensures its high quality properties. So what is methyl salicylate? Well, I am going to Google methyl salicylate and let's see what it comes up. So methyl salicylate and menthol it's a topical, so it's used on the skin, and it's used for temporary relief of muscle or joint pain caused by strains, sprains, arthritis, bruising, or backaches. This is according to Everyday Health. Menthol and methyl salicylate are known as counter-irritants. They work by causing the skin to feel cool and then warm. And these feelings on the skin distract you from feeling the aches and pains deeper in your muscles, joints, and tendons. So pretty much it's just a big distraction from whatever else is going on under your skin. But a lot of people swear by liniments because, it really does make you feel a lot more comfortable. So the Superscent oil comes in two sizes, or actually there are a few different sizes. Like there's a 25 milliliter size, a 50 milliliter size, and a 100 milliliter size. And what Rhea sent me is their 25 milliliter and their 50 milliliter. So I guess the 100 milliliter is like this big. I usually don't keep items of that size, liquids of that amount around in my house because I don't use liniments that often. So, there's always this fear of mine that they'll go stale or they'll go bad. And so I always keep just small amounts of them. Like this is 50 milliliters in about a month of usage between myself, my mom, and my dad. We have just barely used like a finger's length of it. So yeah, a little goes a long way, and so that's why I don't really keep a lot of I don't keep the big bottles stocked because it's just personal preference. I don't like things from 3 years ago still in my medicine cabinet. So when I was in Thailand a few years back for some races and training, I love getting some massages at the beach. And these were kind of like combination Thai and Swedish massages. So there was a little bit of hagod and a little bit of acupressure. But the masseuse always used a little bit of some kind of a menthol product on me. And it just felt so good, you know, getting those little kinks in the muscles worked on, and then this warmth spreading through the skin. And so it really helped me relax. And I guess in part that's what makes Superscent Oil so effective on people post training when they have aches and pains, is that, you know, it just makes your body relax. The bottle is a pretty traditional design, so it's glass with an aluminum cap, and it's gonna spill. The size of this aluminum cap, if you see this, there's like a giant hole that's maybe a millimeter in. So it's really difficult to control the pour of this bottle. So what I would advise you to do is to put it in a smaller bottle with kind of like a flow regulator on the top. I'm going to show you one of the bottles that I do have. So I buy my oil bottles that I decant into from Beabi. It's a store for containers and whatnot. And it kind of looks like this. This is an oil bottle. So yeah, this is just plastic and an aluminum cap, but what I really like about it is that there is an oil control valve. Please focus. Yeah, see that oil control valve? So when I pour any oil out, it just pours in smaller drops. And pretty much if you're using Superscent oil, little drops will be all that you need. So what's in here now is actually a body oil, which I use instead of a lotion. I also use bottles like that for facial oil, and I've been meaning to buy an oil bottle like this to decant my Superscent oil into so that I can control the flow of the oil better. So far I've used Rhea Superscent oil particularly on my shoulders and my lower back, because as it turns out, as you get older, you get these aches and pains from just sleeping in the wrong position. And so I need to change my pillow, but in the interim, I'm going to use a little bit of Superscent oil just to provide myself some relief. Now, all the literature on this, the medical literature on using liniments, advises that you only use them for about 7 days at most. And if your symptoms persist, consult your doctor. Most of us as runners, we don't really mind smelling like liniment. But yeah, Superscent oil is quite fragrant and it sticks to your clothes. So yeah, just be forewarned, because some other people, they do mind that scent, that mentally scent. And so yeah, if you're around people with sensitive noses, try to avoid using this, but otherwise, you know, have at it. As a friend of mine said when she was in an office after she'd undergone some training, and then one of her younger colleagues asked around, "What is that smell? It smells like my grandma." And my friend was like, "Kid, you don't know what you're missing. Liniments are the bomb." Now, I did mention before that I never used to believe in liniments. Is that the proper term? I never used to use liniments until I started doing long distance stuff and I started feeling aches and pains and stuff like that. So now I kind of understand why my grandparents always had like a bottle of liniment in their bedroom, and why the bedroom smelled so minty. Pretty much, yeah, I have this in my arsenal now, just to smooth over the pains of training. But yeah, if there's still a lot of pain after a week, then there's something going on and it's time to consult a professional about it. But usually The pain resolves in the aches and pains resolve in 2 days or less, and so yeah, I just use it as needed. Okay guys, that's basically it for this video. Let me know what you think about liniments in the comments. If you like this video, if you thought it was informative, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you again next time.